9:06 on a Tuesday. It's a good day to eat something yummy.
Yeah, we love when Troy is here from Mandina's, and you've got some steaks in front of you, Jen Lambers.
That is exactly right. Yes, I'm joined by Troy Mendoza with Mandina's. He is the general manager and the head chef at Mandina's. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
And so you are cooking up some steaks with a special sauce today.
Yes, ma'am. So we're just here. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do steak nights. We got some really good prices on our steaks, such as like this New York strip over here. You come in, get it $15.95. We have a filet and a ribeye you can get at $19.95. And then what I'm cooking today is our filet medallions at $16.95. And this is the one with our sauce that we're going to be making.
Ooh, sounds good.
What I'm going to do first is just kind of season these with a little bit of salt and pepper. We try to keep it nice and simple and let the quality of the meat, speak for itself. We don't want to cover it up with a whole lot of fancy seasoning on that. Now at this point, you kind of just want to set them in there and just let them get that good sear and try not to mess with them too much.
Awesome. And what do you have in the pan already? Just a little bit of olive oil?
This is just a little bit of garlic and freezed olive oil that we make at work.
And that is already smelling very, very good. Now I can smell the garlic in that. And so for folks that are unfamiliar with Mandina's, where are you located?
We're located at 25,000 Bass Pro Drive, Suite 100, right across from the fort, and right over the hill by Bass Pro.
Yep, so in Spanish Fort, and I am always in some of those Facebook groups, and I definitely see Mandina's pop up all the time of people going there and trying some of your delicious dishes. And so you said tonight it's steak night, but what are some other things you offer?
Oh, absolutely. We have a lot of traditional Italian dishes, chicken parmesan, veal parm, egg parm. We have the veal piccatas and marsalas you can also get with chicken. And then a couple of different pasta dishes, and we made quite a few times here, our shrimp mandina and shrimp bordelaise.
I was going to say, you've definitely made quite a few of those dishes here before, so you can always go on our website and find some of those too. But in case steak is what you are craving, tonight or Thursday night is the night to check out Mandina's. So about how long do you cook those on each side?
Well, depending on what your temp is that you prefer, we do cook to order. So, I mean, if you wanted a mid-rare, I mean, obviously that's going to cook a lot quicker than a well done. So, like I said, right now we're just waiting for that color on there. But roughly, rare, you're probably looking at about 12 to 15 minute cook time.
And is that total?
Yep.
Okay, total. And then do all of these steak dishes, do they come with sides too?
So traditionally we serve them with the mashed potatoes. The only dish that we actually serve the sauce with is our medallion. That's kind of our house special. But you can't have it added to any other steaks, and we will substitute sides if mashed potatoes aren't your thing.
There you go, especially if you're trying to stick away from some of those starchiness things. I'm sure they have plenty of options for you.
Yes.
Well, if someone wants to come out and check you guys out tonight.
And we go till 9.
There you go, 4 to 9 tonight in Spanish Fort, just in that Bass Pro Shopping Center. You don't want to miss it. And then what are we going to do when we come back?
Well, when we come back, our steak should just about be wrapped up. We'll start putting together that sauce for us and get that together.
Awesome, excited to see that. We're going to have more with Mandina's coming up soon.
We are back with Troy from Mandina's, and you are whipping up some steaks today, sir. We are all excited. Good to have you back on Studio 10.
Thank you for having me. So last segment, we seared off our steaks. You can see we got that really beautiful sear on top of our steaks right now. I'm just letting them rest over here in that plate before we plate them on the entree plate. So this is our sauce that we top them with. It's just a little brown garlic butter.
Okay.
With sauteed portobello mushrooms. So what you're going to want to do is kind of toast that butter a little bit. You can see it happens pretty quick. You get that little brownish color to it. And what that does is it gives it just a little bit of like a nutty flavor to the sauce.
All right.
That you normally wouldn't have. Then we're going to add a little bit of garlic. You don't want to burn the garlic, but we want to give it just a little bit of a toast to it. If you go too far, it's going to get a little bitter on you and mess your sauce up.
Right.
Once that happens, we'll throw in our mushrooms.
And while you're working on those mushrooms, I see you got a couple different cuts of steaks here. What do you guys have to offer?
Yes, sir. So we have a 12-ounce ribeye. We also have an 8-ounce filet. And then we have a 10-ounce New York strip over here. This right here is our filet medallions. Each filet is about 4 ounces each. And what that is, once you're cutting your tenderloin and cutting your steaks out, always at the end it tapers down, and this is what we're left with. And then rather than cut it up into strips and make, some sort of beef pasta or whatever, we serve them like this at a little bit less of a price.
Gotcha. Cool stuff. And what's the difference for those who are unaware between a New York strip and a ribeye?
So a New York strip is very lean. It does have fat around the edge of it, but throughout the meat itself, it's actually a very lean meat. A ribeye has a good bit of marbling throughout the whole steak itself, and then on top it's covered with our rib cap, which to me is the best cut there is. And you'll find that to be really flavorful and just a very tender cut of meat.
All right, what'd you add in right there?
So right there was a little bit of chicken stock and then a little bit of parsley on that. And what we're going to do is basically just let this cook until all of that stock is just about evaporated, and then we'll throw in the rest of our butter. This is just a little bit of Worcestershire.
Now let me ask you this. You know, of course you can get this if you go to Mandina's. For someone who maybe isn't a mushroom fan, can you make a similar sauce to this without the mushrooms?
We can make the exact sauce without the mushrooms. This sauce is made to order for every steak that they order, so it can be made exactly the way you want it.
That is great stuff. So tell the folks who've never been to Mandina's before what that experience is like.
Hey, I mean, it's a great time. We have a really fun atmosphere. It's not a high-end necessarily restaurant, but it's nor is it casual. We serve all types of parties, and just people come and have a lot of fun. We got a lot of great wines to offer that pair up really well with these steaks, and a lot of good craft cocktails and different beers, local beers that we carry, and you know, it's just a good time, good food.
In my personal experience, Mandina's is batting 100%. I have been pleased every time we've been there and every time you've been in the studio. Delicious food, y'all. You've got to go check it out. So much variety in the menu, too, so you're going to find something that you like you said, whether you want something a little bit more high-end like a steak, or if you just want some good old-fashioned wings or something like that. They've got a lot of different options for you at Mandina's. You have added even more butter in there, my friend.
Yeah, like I said, we just about let all of our stock and Worcestershire evaporate out of there, and at this point it's all about the butter.
All right, sounds good. We're going to let that all come together here. When we come back, we'll drizzle it on top and plate this up for you so you can check it out. Where is Mandina's located for the folks to come out and see you?
25,000 Bass Pro Drive in Spanish Fort, Suite 100, right across from the fort and right up the hill from Bass Pro.
You won't be disappointed. Go check them out, y'all. We will be back with more Studio 10 after this short break. That sauce is looking good.
Welcome back to the kitchen with Chef Troy, who is the manager at Mandina's of Spanish Fort. It's good to have you.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, we've got some guy to the left of me too.
And I'm here. I got my knife and fork, and I'm ready to try out these steaks.
Okay, so you have been making the steaks and the mushroom sauce.
Yes,
it looks like
ma'am.
the sauce is finished.
It's all ready to go now. All we
Okay.
have to do is top the steaks with them right over here.
Uh-huh.
Just get a little bit on each one there.
Ooh, look at
Nice.
that. Let's get a good shot for a second here before I tear that apart. There we go. All right, so what did you all put in this sauce? For the folks who are just tuning in right now, tell us about this sauce.
So once again, we start off with a little butter. We want to brown that butter, and then we add our garlic and give that garlic just the slightest of a toast. At that point, we're going to add in our mushrooms, a little bit of salt, pepper, and parsley. Let that cook down, chicken stock and Worcestershire. Once that liquid evaporates, we go on with the rest of our butter and bring it all together at the end.
It looks really, really nice.
Perfectly cooked. I don't know how good of a shot we can get.
There you go.
Bam. There it is.
And that's impressive because it was in like just a pot on our stove. That's not even their, you know, that's not even their place, which is made to make steaks.
Now
You can
all
make
of our
steak here.
steaks are cooked on the char grill at the restaurant. We had to go on a skillet today just in the studio. But
Yeah, that looks really, really good. What you think, Joe?
Delicious. Perfectly cooked. The sauce is so fantastic. I can't wait to go and get this for myself at Mandina's.
Or you can just enjoy eating it while you do that. And lucky for you, it's a Tuesday, and Tuesday is your guys' steak night. So if someone does want to come try this today, tonight is the night to do it.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay, well, you've got two options this week if you do want to travel there. Where are you located?
Once again, 25,000 Bass Pro Drive, Suite 100, right across from the fort and up the hill from Bass Pro.
Looks delicious.
I am always impressed. You do
really
such
are.
a fantastic job, man.
Well, thank you so much.
So good.
And the mashed potatoes are really delicious.
You can go to a place where you're going to order a $100 steak and it might not be this good.
Wow. What a review. He's a tough critic. Let me tell you,
Hey.
whether it's food or movies or whatever, he's a tough critic. That was pretty impressive. That
You
speaks
love to hear it.
volumes to me. So go ahead and visit them tonight or Thursday if you want steak. If not, they've got delicious food on the menu all week long. We're going to have more online. Thank you for being here.
Thanks again.
Joe, enjoy your steak. Jen, we've got one for you to choose as well.